Hello and welcome to our coverage of E3.
Man, it sure is.
It should open
Here
the
we have
stream.
EA being an embarrassment again. Look, there's their most embarrassing game.
What is this? Oh my god, it's coming out. It's gonna kill the audience. What the hell
Uh,
are they? What's going on?
they're just showing their. I don't know. Fucking. They got stuff going on. You know, they got 3D stuff. Battlefield 5.
Instead
Oh
of
shit,
one
they actually got the Roman numeral right.
They got the Roman numeral.
They did it. They beat Call of Duty. Call of Duty blown the fuck out. All right. Oh well, okay, that was fun. Yeah, thanks. I guess.
Okay.
These weapons
I just don't
4,
care.
5.
I'm
I'd
still.
like to point out that one of the big
And our
things that
renowned
they
destruction
talked about that you
system
can
is
do in
back
this game is
and more
lunging and
impactful
vaulting,
than
which is
ever.
something that
So, well,
I mean even
can't
PUBG.
play
No,
around.
you could always do that in this
They
game.
come chasing you
Oh,
through.
okay, all right,
They
cool.
rip through those buildings.
Oh, well, destructible buildings are nice.
You will
things.
now be able to customize
It's
the
always had
soldiers,
destructible
your
You
buildings.
can
vehicles,
you can
your
fight. You can
Every-
now
everything that-
customize. All of this has been there.
Everything
Yeah,
that
nothing
you were
is different
commenting-
yet.
Yeah, everything that you were
Oh,
commenting on is
no.
really cool. Has always been in Battlefield.
Like I said,
Not
I never
always,
played one of
but
these games, but
all the
yeah.
modern ones, yeah.
Here at EA Play from our community. So let's talk about
On
the
our
single
new
player
DVD for
story.
this movie, there are chapter
So
selects.
we want
You
to tell
can
you
change the
about
audio
those
type,
untold stories
and
that got
you can
us
have
excited to start.
subtitles.
You will all go on an expanding journey through the Second World War.
Where you have to pay for
No loot
each
boxes.
chapter. That I want a game in space. I'll play that
Can we
shit.
stop talking about Battlefield and please talk about something interesting like Anthem?
Like sports,
Nope.
The Sims.
Everybody's been like ice cold on Anthem since they showed it last year, and then said it would have loot boxes, and then said it wouldn't have loot boxes, and they had to rebuild the game from the ground up to get rid of
Look,
it.
Yeah,
I
they're
didn't
gonna
say
talk-
I didn't say I'm super hyped for Anthem. I just think it's
You
more
just want
interesting than
something
Battlefield.
else.
Yeah,
Yeah,
more
Here's the
interesting
thing,
than
they're
Battlefield.
they're
fair
probably gonna bust Anthem out as like their big end game. Like
Yeah.
this is the shit that we're gonna fucking do. This
I
year
wonder if
that's
they're
going to
gonna
save
do
us, please,
another
God.
trailer where 4 people run around and talk like they're in the military, even though they're some friends goofing off.
Maybe. See, I don't know. The thing about it is, last time I was still feeling kind of shitty about EA by the time that E3 rolled around in terms of what we saw about Battlefront.
Yeah.
So by the time that we were talking about Anthem, it was like it's just gonna be the same old shit. And then the Battlefront controversy happened. And now it's to the point where if Anthem doesn't do well, BioWare might be closed because of the atrocity that was Mass Effect Andromeda. So now it's like I'm interested in
BioWare
Anthem, not from a
Montreal
game
is a-
perspective, but totally from a will this get rid of BioWare perspective. Is
That
this
is
what
good.
kills
hang on,
BioWare?
Wait. BioWare Montreal was an entirely separate studio.
Doesn't
It had
matter.
literally
Doesn't matter.
Yeah, it doesn't
No,
matter,
listen,
yeah.
listen, because
What?
all of the talk coming out of it is essentially saying that they've pulled everybody from every BioWare studio onto Anthem to fix Anthem.
Right,
And if
but,
Anthem doesn't do well, BioWare might be closed.
Yeah.
but BioWare Montreal was not a BioWare studio. It was not. It had zero affiliation.
No, it was still
with
BioWare.
Yeah,
It was not.
It was still a BioWare
studio
studio.
created by EA that they gave the name BioWare because they put it on a Mass Effect game.
Yeah, but BioWare
No.
hasn't been BioWare for like 10 years.
Yeah. And here's the thing, like Sam was saying, because of that, they might shut down BioWare if this doesn't do well, mostly because of the fact that this is EA we're talking about, and they always do that.
Yeah, okay, that's fair.
And straight up, the people at BioWare are worried about that right now.
Yeah.
So it's not just me speculating. This has been like industry talk that's been around for like a year now.
Yeah.
Right.
So, which
You
is
know,
funny
EA
because they
acquires
also
something
have
and then they kill it.
they also have that one game, Dragon Age. They have the next Dragon Age in development as
Oh,
well,
yeah.
but they put that on hold so that they could have everybody focus on Anthem.
On Anthem, yeah.
Yeah, and you know what's weird is that everybody really liked BioWare Inquisition,
Dragon Age.
Dragon Age Inquisition, even though everybody thought it was gonna be shit, and then it turned out to be really good.
I heard it was
I
pretty
think
okay.
Yeah, Dragon Age Inquisition was really good. Dragon Age 2 was bad. And Dragon Age 2 was so bad that no one played 3, which was apparently pretty okay.
There was a Dragon Age 3.
The pinnacle
Exactly.
I thought Inquisition was the third one.
I thought
No,
Inquisition,
Inquisition
was also
was
the
the
third
first
one.
one. Oh wait, no, yeah, no, I'm thinking of
No,
Origins.
they're
Yeah,
all-
I'm sorry. I'm
Yeah,
tired.
Dragon Age Origins is the first one.
Yeah,
The
yeah,
world's
Which was
biggest
good.
league,
yeah.
And Dragon Age 2
World
sucked,
game.
and the Dragon Age Inquisition was
Inquisition
good.
was-
And a special
yeah.
thanks to the legendary Hans Zimmer.
If somebody can invent a sports game that doesn't involve throwing balls all over the place,
And we share more details on that along
What?
with all our other Ultimate Team features.
What are you talking
later
about?
this
What about swimming?
And all of that's just
Wrestling.
the beginning. As
if
know,
you
the
think
heart,
swimming
soul
and
of
wrestling
FIFA
don't
is
involve
gameplay.
balls going all over the
This
place,
year we're giving you the tools.
All right,
No,
all right,
no,
all right.
swimming in particular doesn't. It is a very,
technical touch.
you know,
I mean,
very
aerodynamic balls.
streamlined. Oh yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Curling.
What's
Or I
the
guess
biggest-
hydrodynamic balls, right?
Curling,
Yeah.
all you do is slap balls.
From our community.
Actually, you
From
slap the
handball
area in
tests
front
to
of the
beginners.
balls.
No, you
Yeah.
like use a brush.
Or is it a
Detailed
puck?
with FIFA Pros.
it's a big puck.
Yeah,
We're
it's
gonna
like
be
a.
talking lot
Okay.
more about
Well,
And in
it's
that
almost
case,
like one of
What
those.
I can tell you right now is that
Okay.
the
Hockey,
quality of
yeah.
our gameplay
Hockey's
was
a puck.
raised yet again.
I don't
I'm gonna buy a
know.
FIFA game
With the
from like
tournament starting in just 5 days, we're excited for the world to
2004
compete
for the
for it in
GameCube and
FIFA
play it and be like, I could be
As you
playing
can
Harry
imagine,
Potter
all of
Quidditch
us
right now,
on the
and then I
FIFA
go
team
play
can't
Harry
wait
Potter
for
Quidditch
the
and go,
start
this
of
is
the World
fucking
Cup.
balling.
And we want to
Uh,
celebrate with FIFA 18.
Yeah, there's
which is
balls
why
literally flying
just
everywhere.
updated the
Yeah,
game
it's
with
I'm gonna
free
I'm gonna
World
be
Cup
the fucking
experience
I'm gonna
on PlayStation 4,
butt that bitch
Xbox
in the
One,
shit.
PS,
I'm gonna play as
PC, and
Slytherin
Nintendo Switch.
or Ravenclaw and
But
win the
either
House
way,
Cup, and there's nothing.
I
we can do
did
about
buy
it.
one Madden game for the Xbox, the
Or you
original
can write your own
Xbox,
story
so
Oh,
that I
yeah.
could play a video game with my dad. I actually learned the rules of football by playing Madden with my dad.
Okay, yeah. I mean that's how you do it.
Yeah, actually, yeah. I know how football works because of a Madden video game.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, that was pretty much my experience with Madden. Is I played it and I thought,
Apologies.
you know, I could be playing Harry Potter Quidditch Simulator right now. And now
I know
that I'm
how-
thinking about it, I want to play Harry Potter Quidditch game.
Yeah, you keep talking about Harry Potter Quidditch, man.
Shit.
What games does? I don't even know what games are on EA anymore. I
Yeah,
don't
versus
think I
zombies
play
and
any
they're
EA games.
Yeah, me neither.
I'm feeling
Who is
great.
this?
I love this stuff. I love
It's
new
Vince.
games.
Vince
Someone's
who?
super excited about
It's
that
Vince
now on PC,
Vaughn.
right? Yeah.
Vince Vaughn?
So, you guys may have seen
No.
that. Woo!
Oh, they're talking about their Star
They
Wars game.
actually have the license.
I thought it
Is
got
this some idea
canceled.
that you'll be playing again?
No.
Really?
God.
Yeah.
So, does that mean I get to like hold a lightsaber?
No.
Yes.
My name is Dennis.
This man's about to fucking implode. Look at him.
Battlefront 2.
This man has
Remember that
slept in
game you
weeks.
hated last year? Check it out this time.
Thank you.
He is
so
like-
much for hanging out with me.
Oh my god, he is like
So-
afraid that
On
the
guard.
He is like he's like ready to sprint out of there in case people come onto the stage and start beating him to death.
Yeah, this man legitimately looks like he is prepared to activate his flight or fight response.
Oh yeah,
immediately.
look at what's on the screen. He's
He's
like, I
like-
should just leave. I should run now.
No, he's talking about how they changed it.
Complete in our Han Solo season with content from the movie
Gross.
coming next
Oh
week.
boy.
It's headlined by the new planet.
This is
Sektor,
not
a
something
really
I
dangerous
would
Uh,
just skip
and
this after the
features
movie
the
came
return
out.
of
I
one
would
of
just
our
be like,
favorite
okay, yeah,
modes,
we don't
X
want to talk
Factor.
about this.
So
We're just
looking
gonna make it
forward to
worse.
Well, I don't know. Maybe
this
they're
summer,
hoping
we will be
that by having
introducing a new
having
squad
Star
system
Wars
to
or
the game,
solo content
which
in
will allow you
Battlefront
to
2,
team up
it might
much
convince some
easier
of the
and
Battlefront
play
2
with your
people
friends.
to go see the movie.
We're also
That'll increase the
adding
sales
a
by
new Starfighter mode
5
focused
people.
around
A percent.
dogfighting with Count Dooku.
You heard a couple of
Someone
like
to bring
low
balance
mumbles
to the
when he
Force.
said Count Dooku.
Obi-Wan's
Ah, boy, you
unruly
can play as
Padawan
It was
Anakin
mostly people
Skywalker.
chuckling for the word Dooku.
Yeah. That fucking smile.
The team at home is
I remember the guy presenting this last year. He was like so nervous, but also like just so happy that he had a chance to present his game at E3.
Oh no, you're dead.
Rest in peace, Satan Sack. Boy.
We would like to announce that we are killing our indie developers one at a time, live on stage.
We have them out back. There's a man with a gun wearing a mask. Hi. Hey, he's still super
It's
happy.
the same guy, yeah. He's also still super nervous.
Yeah. This is like I'm on stage jitters. This isn't like a fight or flight response.
Yeah.
jitters.
Yeah.
And the bonds between people.
He's doing better than last time.
In our new
Yeah.
you find hope.
There he is. Hope.
And
find hope.
form a new bond,
Co-op mode.
and you're sparked.
Aww.
That's
so when
cute.
you're playing it by yourself,
They
you can
combine.
essentially pick up the other character and carry them along through the more
They're gonna combine?
fast-paced segments of the game.
Oh no, there's
Jason!
ghost children.
And we actually tried to include a
It looked
bit
like
more
Jason.
of those because we figured that since it's a co-op game, we wanted to have more like
Sean!
thrill and danger and kind of wild.
The way that you
uh,
the way that you
places
play
that
with
were,
two
like,
characters in
fun and
co-op, what I'm
exciting.
getting here is playing with two characters in co-op means you combine them into one character and play a single player game.
and
How
then when
innovative.
you get to
Oh,
the
okay, there
more
we go.
puzzly areas, like the
Ladies and gentlemen, the first good game of E3.
Woo!
so I guess I'll.
Also, the music is
Swing on?
great.
Okay,
I
we
love
got
it.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Hashtag better than near.
Okay, this
Hey.
is the
I'm
story.
joking.
What is
What's
that
up
kid
with this
like?
kid in the background?
Yeah.
They're having an adventure.
The kids there in the background. The kids there in the background to make it look artsy.
Dawson had small wristbands, but many.
And
He
now
had
we're gonna
small
play the
amount of
same
wristbands.
gameplay, but with Florence and the Machine behind it.
Yeah.
Yay!
And last year, if you remember, Joseph Fares was up here on stage representing his team at Hazelight and The Way Out.
Yeah, fuck the Oscars, right?
And I think we all kind of remember that. And you might even remember him from the Game Awards as well. I think. Anyhow, in March, that game.
Fuck
I
the
love how
Oscars,
I love how the
man.
audience is just dead quiet, not a single laugh.
Something fresh.
No,
I'm
there
like
was a laugh
cracking
when he
up
said,
over
I
here.
remember him from the
We
last.
saw over 2 million people called Joe My Games.
See, I heard
When I
that
met
this
this
division
team
of
and I saw
EA
the
is
game, I
literally
was instantly
exists to
drawn
take
to how
away some of
personal
their
the
bad
story was.
publicity.
It's one that
Oh,
carries a very
definitely.
I'm
powerful
sure.
Like-
Unbelievable.
It's like
and it's
it
unlike
literally exists.
anything
It's like this isn't
we've
making
ever
us a
done.
ton of money, but
So
like
please welcome Connie Gabbard
we
to
need
the
to
stage
buy
with
our
Joe My
way
Games
to some
tell
good
you more
press.
Unique is
This
that
game actually looks pretty interesting.
every human being can at least
I don't know.
somehow
I liked it,
or
the
remember
art that I
the
saw, but I
feeling
haven't
of
seen any
being
gameplay.
alone.
So
Well,
In
it
my
looks like
case,
a
I
flooded
started writing the story
post-apocalyptic
when I
type
had the
world
loneliest
where
in my
you're in a
life.
small boat.
I mean, I got that
As an
from the
artist,
art, but I haven't seen any gameplay
you
yet.
set your emotional
Yeah.
world by letting it out.
Jesus.
I'm digging this game.
Yeah, it's
Me
pretty looks
too.
pretty
Giving
good.
me little nightmare vibes.
Yeah.
Looks really good.
You know what that reminds
Thanks,
me?
EA,
Did you see the
for
movie
giving
Black
these-
Swan?
Yeah. No.
It
I
reminded
didn't.
me of the sequence of the end of Black Swan,
Yeah.
which is like fucked up in the best possible way.
But
Yeah,
yeah.
sports.
Here we fucking go, guys. Basketball.
Oh man.
Oh, I fucking love sports ball!
But
Fuck
yeah,
these stupid games
I'm
that look
glad
interesting.
I'm glad that EA is giving like these indie developers money, I guess.
Yeah, really. Do they still count as indie developers if they're being funded by a studio?
They're being funded by. They're being like. It's the same thing as like Fox Searchlight. They're being published.
Right.
You know?
Yeah, that's probably. They're still indie developers, but they're being published.
Yeah.
I guess.
They just have like a big guy sending their game out.
I see what you're saying. I guess though.
Yeah. Yeah.
In a way, like in video game design, it feels like there's a little bit more crossover
Yeah.
in terms of what
Yeah, 'cause,
indie
like-
kind of means, because indie can kind of just mean small dev team.
Yeah.
So-
Yeah, because like anyone can put anything on Steam basically, so like you know, and you can
Yeah.
get your game out there.
It's in the game.
Sure is.
My name's
EA, it's in game.
I'm from Seattle.
Do you remember Madden when they had like 20 different football players be like, it's in the game, like for commercials and stuff?
Yes.
Yeah.
He looks kind of like a cross between Aaron Carter and that guy from Home Alone.
Oh my god.
Is that mean to say?
See, to me,
I would
see,
say yes.
to me, he kind of looked like a cross between PewDiePie and Ninja.
Been good. We saw a couple- Madden 18.
I bet his ass.
Look at
gonna
this
be
man's
built.
pants.
Give it up, young kid.
Yeah.
Give it up.
This is like the best thing
Oh,
I've
God,
seen
he's
on the
got-
stage all day. This man's
Yeah,
pants.
fair enough. Pants are pretty great.
Young
Look at
kid.
those pants.
They're
Some pretty great ass pants.
which man's pants?
The one
The,
on the
man
the
do
guy
you
talking,
think?
right? Not the,
guy on the
shitty
left.
ripped up emo kid jeans.
Yeah, not
Yeah,
the
the-
emo.
the ones
I
that are
wear
for-
emo
right.
kid jeans. Like,
Yeah.
clearly I'm talking about that person's, like, floral
Clearly,
pattern
you're
pants.
talking about the crazy ass floral pattern
Yeah.
ballin' pants.
Look at
Yeah,
that.
those
just,
I
I
gotta
wanna
say
that
that the fucking floral pattern pants are pretty dope.
he's got these floral pattern pants. He's got that bright yellow jacket with the matching shoes. This man has got an aesthetic going on, and I love it.
To go to your graduation. The
What?
most efficient way to destroy the opponent's base is with this
What
giant.
is this game?
What?
Huh? What's
The
going
fuck?
on?
I'm
Control
sorry?
yourself By standing on a majority
Is this a mobile game?
A bar
Is
filled
this a
up with
football
missiles
game
possessed.
still?
Whoever controls.
Let's get to this match.
Absolutely.
What are they talking about?
Gentlemen, we have an awesome
A
matchup
mobile
lined
game, I
up for you
think.
here today.
I
Ready for the blue
thought
side
they
of
were
the
still
room.
talking about
Please give a cheer
football.
for one of the most formidable,
What
competitive
game?
Are they just gonna play a mobile game on
Please
stage
join
now?
me.
Fuck is a competitive mobile game.
Well,
the fuck
lots
with
of
you
mobile
motherfuckers
games
playing
are.
Candy Crush and saying who can pay enough money to win?
I mean, you say that, but technically, Hearthstone is a mobile game.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
There's also
should be a great match.
what was that one game that was like super popular a couple years ago?
Get this thing going.
Ready to go.
I'm sorry. I'm not
It's
gonna glaze over
ridiculous.
the fact that this looks like the dumbest shit I've ever seen in my life. Just these guys holding fucking phones
Very
like.
excited for
I'm
this.
gonna
The
kick
players
fucking
are
ass in
loading
this.
in, and we are counters.
Whatever. He was probably like, you know, I'll probably get my ass kicked, but I don't even care. The check's too
I'm just gonna
good.
fucking go to E3. I'm gonna have some fun. I'm gonna go
Yeah,
to the
they're
Bethesda conference,
they're
play
like
video
making
games.
it sound like they're playing fucking like StarCraft in here. They're like they're trying to go for some counters and scouting out.
Well, they
the
said
zone.
one of the first things they said was they hired a professional shoutcaster to do this. So they have an actual shoutcaster doing it, which is
their
why.
shoutcaster is trying.
He's like, I mean, I have to give it to the shoutcaster. He's doing a decent job of making it sound interesting.
Yeah.
If you close your eyes and listen to it, you'd think you were listening to StarCraft.
Oh, it's tied now. Honestly, he only won by a little bit.
Wait,
feels
that was a
like.
Command and Conquer game?
Rivals reimagines the real-time strategy experience
What?
for mobile devices.
I don't care unless it has really bad FOV
Android players can Play
cutscenes.
the pre-alpha today.
Or
So head to the
FMV.
Google Play Store, search Command and Conquer Rivals.
FOV.
Not
Been
going
having
to.
an absolute blast playing.
Clash Royale still looks better
Rest
than
in
that.
peace, fucking Command and Conquer, my guys.
Are
Oh,
you
Jesus
surprised though? Let's be real.
Oh, no, not at all.
Actually,
I
if
mean,
anything, it's amazing that the name Command and Conquer is even worth anything to EA to even put on a
Yeah.
mobile game. So I don't know. Maybe if this game does super well, they'll think, hey, maybe let's make a real Command and Conquer. Who knows?
I don't want a new real Command and Conquer game. I'm done.
I mean, you and basically everyone else who plays RTS games at this point. Nobody
the
really
fuck?
cares about RTS anymore. You say what the fuck as if you're not watching something about Command and Conquer. Command and Conquer is the game that had like the bears with machine guns on them.
how did they transition from this fucking thing to like just showing the gameplay? Like it's such a vast difference. It should.
That's what they do for all mobile games,
Yeah,
though.
mobile
honestly.
games.
Like that's just how they advertise mobile games. It's dumb as hell.
A new generation.
The other two
You know,
thirds of it was sports ball.
This is the man. This is the man right here that you can blame everything on because he's the CEO of EA since 2013. So all of their shitty business practices you can blame on this man right here.
This is well, hold on a second though. This man became a CEO after Sin City failed. So the previous CEO was also making shitty decisions. But
this is
more
all
recent
of the
shitty
like
decisions.
all of the microtransaction shit has been this guy.
Yeah,
basically.
yeah, definitely. Within like the last 10 years, this is
Which
the
is like
pure
totally
man.
been killing their company.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Like that is like gotta be the number one thing. It was so bad that it sparked a controversy that started laws.
made
and
legislation. So yeah, this man has really brought EA to new heights of shit. He did it. He fucking made his predecessor like SimCity. You guys remember what a fucking giant fucking piece of shit that was? Neither does anyone else. Look at what happened with Battlefront. This man won. This man won the shit show awards. You did it, dude. Good job. You fuck.
Although to be fair, Destiny's story was utter garbage, so maybe they still do a better job of that. I don't know.
Yeah.
Ah,
Honestly, I think the power
saved
suits
by
look cool.
Genji.
I need healing.
Get up, brother. Thanks, man. You're gonna have to heal me. What? Heal me, man. I got you up.
I need healing.
You know, first of all, it's amazing to be back. It's awesome to be making games for BioWare fans. You know, we have the best fans. So it's
Please come back. We need your help to save
back
the
there.
company.
I just want to be able to continue the
The evolution of a
we wanted to
BioWare game
create
is just
brand new world
taking
for people to
Destiny and
discover.
making it.
You know, a whole
Your fans
This
really
guy looks
love
like Zachary
the
Quinto with
stories from
curly
BioWare,
hair.
But I think
Yeah.
what we're
Like a
curious
like
about
like
is
a
planning
bigger
to make
Zachary
stories
Quinto.
work
You know what I'm
in a
saying?
shared world.
Yeah.
So together. But then when I finish my mission,
Bumper.
Ah, I
come
like how
back
chunky
to
that
a
suit
base like
looks.
Fort Tarsis.
Yeah, that looks pretty good.
And this
They all
is a
look
single
they
player
like some of them look
I
like
turn my-
really
my
cyberpunky, and this
I
one
talk
looks
to
like really
characters,
diesel punk,
I
and it's the only
experience
one
the
that I've
choices of
seen
my
that
actions.
looks like
Oh
that.
no,
And
like
this is where
yeah,
the
last
story really
last year
lives
they
and
were all
breathes.
like very streamlined,
And by
fancy
doing
one
it this
looking
way,
ones. It
you're
was like,
able to
okay, well,
combine that
you know.
impact
Okay,
But
yeah,
being a little bit more
efficiency
chunky
of
gives
a
the
single-player
impression of
story
maybe there's
with
like
the
more
fun of
customization
teaming up
then.
with your friends
Yeah.
and play co-op in combat.
Or
And
just
we're
like
also
one of the guys
designing it so
had
that
a
we can add
faceplate
stories
that
for
just
years
looked
to
like
come.
the
So one of
fucking
first
Iron
things
Man
that we
faceplate that
hear
Tony
when,
Stark built
from our
initially, like the
community is
And
they
one
want
looked
to
like
play
Genji.
in our worlds when
Yeah,
they
one looked
finish
like Genji.
Mass Effect or players want more story, and so we've designed Anthem in a way that we can actually add more
Hey,
story
listen,
for years to
when
come.
they
And it can
said
be
that,
anything.
that's not what
A
they
new
meant, and
moment
you know
with
damn
a
well that's not what they
character
meant.
that you've grown to love, or
They
an
want
event or
good
world
story.
that, deep into the lore.
Well, what they were
what's really
saying was that
exciting
they could
for
add
us,
more story, like
Yeah.
Guild
not
Wars'
just
living
writers,
world.
but
Well,
all
yeah,
of
but that was the whole problem
devs,
with
the
Destiny
designers,
is
the
that they
artists,
can't fucking add
is
shit
that
to the game without
we're
breaking
creating
it constantly. So
something
that
new
they're
for
probably
players
just
to
being like,
discover.
hey, we can actually
So
add shit to
at
our
the
game, and
heart
maybe we
Yeah.
won't.
of the premise of
Maybe
Anthem
we
is a
won't
world
do it
left
in fucking
unfinished by the gods. But the
DLC
gods
like
left behind their
Destiny's doing.
massive
But who
tools,
knows? It's
and
EA.
those tools are in
Now, we've seen all these
A
different
new
creatures and
intellectual
more
property, or as
conventions
we
and
like to
forms.
call it,
What's
IP.
the process
We've
of
coined that
creating
term.
a
We've
game
nobody's
like
ever
from
used it
scratch?
before.
It's us, EA.
Yeah, it's something we've done.
That's
a few times with
business
BioWare.
speak.
You know, and then really the hardest
Some
part is
inside
getting
baseball
started,
for
just
you?
kinda getting
What
off
we in the
blank page.
medical field like to
So
call
what we tried to
intellectual
do is
property.
think about the new, build a whole fictional
They're
universe
basically
that's
just
meant
being
to
like,
bring out a
hey,
certain
we made a new
And then once we
IP.
do that,
Please
then
pat
we
us on the
kinda-
back for
we
coming
still
up
need
with
to
a
build
new
all the rest of the
idea,
stuff,
unlike
and what
everything
unlocks
else
us
EA's
creatively
done
is
for the
think
last
about,
20
like,
years.
principles around
Especially with
art style,
BioWare, like I
tone,
think like
and even the technology and the
Oh,
politics
BioWare.
of
I
our
mean,
new world.
I mean, they
And
had
then
Star
from
Wars,
there
Mass
we can actually
Effect,
go
and
build out every last
and Dragon Age.
and Dragon Age. So
But,
actually,
like, I
they're
feel like,
better
like,
than
since
most.
EA bought BioWare,
Anthem
I
is
don't think
that
they've done like a
it's
new
a
IP,
world
unless Dragon Age
experience
was.
that
No,
makes it
Dragon Age
alive,
and
like it's
Dragon
Dragon
Age
Age,
Mass Effect
all
was
of the ones I listed were
And
all
so
EA
the
games.
world is
So
always changing,
Star Wars obviously wasn't a
whether
new IP.
No, yeah, the first Mass Effect
storms,
wasn't. That was like right
seasons,
before they got bought.
and,
Was it?
it's a really
Yeah,
I thought it was
straight
still
up.
published under EA though.
What it means is it gives us
I
the
don't
opportunity
think so.
to drop into the world almost
Let's
in
see.
real time, a dramatic event
maybe.
that changes the world forever.
Maybe it was still
And that can
published,
be
but I
anything
mean
from
like
gameplay
before they
to
bought
lore.
it.
It
all of
was
the moving parts in the
published
dynamic
by
world sound really cool,
Microsoft,
whether it
but
sounds like they're gonna
after
come together.
2008,
But
it
even though
was
there's
published by
obviously a lot
EA.
going
So
on, it really
Yeah,
Yeah, so
yeah,
yeah,
that's
your
when they bought it.
character. So
Yeah.
let's talk about who we're gonna.
I like the flying combat. That looks pretty
Yeah,
cool.
that does
Colossus
look
is
cool.
heavier, more
Shields and stuff.
specialized, but able through customizing
You can
the
buy
way
all of
their,
these skins for
javelin
real
plays
money.
through gear and weapons, but also being able to personalize the way that it looks, both through paint jobs as well as changing the actual.
There was an N7
Yeah,
one.
yeah, yeah.
10 out of 10.
And
That's
because
pretty
you're going to
good.
be using a javelin for
Here we're gonna
There's
see
probably
the
some
Colossus,
base level
you know,
of
just
stuff
hammering
because
people on
you
the
kind of
ground
can't
in
get
gameplay,
away
if
with
you
just
can have a
just
look at that.
having.
So heavy artillery.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh,
the thing
yeah.
is, EA may want to do all of this horrible shit, but they kind of can't right now. So
Yeah, they
They
kind of
can't get
gotta,
away with it,
they
yeah.
gotta ride that line.
Stuff like that. But what I love
So right
is
now they
them
have to
just
try
running
to be
around, just
nice.
swimming and flying as well.
for people
at
that
least
don't normally engage in this kind of
aesthetically,
thing. So
I
really
think I
hope
like this better
that
than
everyone at
Destiny
least gives
anyway.
co-op a try.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, that's good to
And
know.
also
If you wanna
the
roll
the
solo,
concept
you
of the
can,
world
but
sounds
it's
cool,
just
like a
gonna be
world that
a
was
little bit more
started that
difficult.
basically
Well,
people
I know
started
you all
to
are on the
craft the
edges of
world
your
and then
seats. How
stopped
about
and just
we
left
show a
shit
little
behind
gameplay?
that will kill you.
Yeah?
Oh god,
You
yes,
guys want
please.
that?
Finally.
All right, so Kath's
Going to talk us
You know
through
what?
the mission as we
EA,
experience it here.
Since EA
And,
did
yeah, then you just get
that
into your
Star
Javelin
Wars
suit and
MMO,
you head out with
they
your
kind of
weapons.
have some
All
experience
right.
with
Well, thank you so much, Mark.
making
Casey,
like
Kathleen, for
ongoing
talking to me
content,
about
so they
Anthem
might
today.
just be better
We're
at
gonna
this
go ahead
than
and roll
Destiny
the gameplay
anyway.
now. Enjoy, everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this might end up turning into Destiny, but good.
I sure hope so, because I liked Destiny.
I liked
Conceptually.
the gunplay in Destiny and basically nothing else.
Yeah.
Faye said these bastard men.
That padding looks like it would get so sweaty and gross.
Oh yeah.
Probably. It might be air conditioned. They were talking about.
Even if you're putting your skin up to any of that, like.
Yeah, well, you know.
Air
They were
conditioning.
talking about how you die. It's probably climate controlled.
Oh, I'm
like,
sure.
Entirely. They were talking about how you would fucking.
Well, because if you're underwater in
Yeah, I was gonna
in
say,
like
they're
the
definitely-
atmosphere and stuff, and I'm sure it is, but that still probably get kind of gross.
Yeah, I'm sure.
That's all I was saying.
That's how power armor do though. I'm glad that they use the like in-game voices because it makes it sound.
What the hell was that?
It makes sense for them to be talking tactically about like shit that's happening and lore-wise.
Yeah.
Compared to like a bunch of people playing the game over.
Well, the thing is, I thought it was like in-game voices last time at first.
Yeah.
It took me a while to realize that it was
because they're saying all this shit that nobody would ever say while playing a game over voice comms.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'd probably be playing this going, look how chunky my robot butt is.
Yeah. Like, yeah, fuck, look at this robot butt. Hell yes. Like, that thing would come out and nobody...
It's a Metroid!
Oh, shit, you're right, it is!
Yeah.
Okay.
Metroid Prime 4 confirmed.
Metroid Prime 4 for EA, motherfuckers!
Oh, Jesus Christ, I can't wait for Nintendo's conference.
So mark your calendars, everybody.
Okay.
Oh, we have a release date. That's pretty cool.
First quarter next year.
Maybe Mountain Blade will get a release date this year.
Nope.
No.
Alright,
Give it up for Casey Hudson, everybody.
Not gonna happen. Doesn't happen.
Maybe you'll
That's not
find
how it
out that it already came out. They were just, it was hidden in the code of another game, like Frog Fractions 2.
Yeah.
Everybody working hard at their studios back.
Well, the thing is, Mountain Blade Warband already came out. We just forgot to like unlock it on Steam, so you can go buy it right now.
You guys have to wait to play, but you guys.
By that I mean 2 weeks ago. We got it fucked up. We're sorry, actually.
You can get your free trial.
You know, this isn't even like registering as cringy. This is just embarrassing.
Yeah. I'm not like, look at this dumb bitch trying to. No, I just feel bad for this woman. Like, she is here to make a buck, and that's what she's doing. You know, she's doing as good as you could.
Yeah.
And it's not her fault. It really isn't.
One fucking video that they played.
I mean,
like,
it probably would have been better had they like actually picked someone who maybe knows something about any of these games.
Yeah, but like, even so, this woman had to. This woman, she had to present for the company that making history, making fucking history. Let's be honest.
Yeah. In a bad way.
Very bad way, yeah. So should we do final thoughts? What were our final thoughts
Yeah,
on EA's
so
conference?
I have some notes here. The first thing maybe we want to talk about is that Origin Access thing, which is like kind of Xbox Game Pass but for Origin games. So it'll include games like Anthem and stuff, but it's for a subscription fee instead of buying Madden and FIFA and Anthem, I guess.
Every year. So if you're like a big Madden head, it'll probably be great for you. If you don't care about Madden and hate EA like most people, you're probably not going to be super interested.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, I'm starting to
reasonably
get
interested in that, I guess.
It's cool that people are giving you alternative methods to like pay for shit, but you really like you still have to. Okay, like maybe it's just because it's EA and I kind of hate EA, like many people do. But it just feels like there's like the more and more companies do this.
It seems like it's everything on Origin.
Yeah,
which is cool, but also like
all the stuff that's
more
cool on Origin is also on everywhere else too. So like,
well, yeah, but if for instance you want to play Batman Arkham Asylum and you don't own it, and you don't want to pay $20 for just Batman Arkham Asylum, you could subscribe and play Arkham Asylum inside The Witness. You know, it might be good for a lot of those like smaller indie games that you might be on the fence about purchasing.
Yeah.
So if you wanted to do like a way out or something, but you didn't want to actually buy it, then
But of course, the big question is, the ones that are on this, are they on Microsoft's? Because I feel like that would be more bang for your buck.
Not necessarily.
No, actually, I think EA's probably still because Xbox doesn't have a really big catalog of games. Honestly, I think that Origin's still probably a better deal, depending on how much it costs.
Yeah, and especially if it's like all of Origin, I guess. Yeah,
I think it's all of Origin from the sounds of it. Whereas Xbox the Game Pass is really good for back catalog, but really in terms of what's coming out now, there's like Sea of Thieves and that zombie game, which I can't remember, State of Decay 2. Other than that, like everything's kind of been pushed back or non-existent. So I guess we'll see what happens with Microsoft's conference coming up, but I don't think this is a bad deal.
Yeah. I mean, it's got some stuff going
on. So some of the games, I kind of wrote down 3 games here because most of it was sports, but Unravel 2 looked kind of interesting.
Yeah, that was really cool. I didn't play the... sorry. Yawned. I didn't actually play the first Unravel, but, like, I'm really glad... Like I think I said this during the conference, too, but I'm really glad that they're, like, kind of spotlighting some of the indie devs, just because it gives the indie devs a chance to, like, really work on something they actually care about. And
you know, that kind of reminds me...
have a wide release.
I need to go back and finish Child of Light, which I haven't.
I don't even remember what that is.
That was like one of the first games that EA kind of did that, like, support an indie dev thing. I have it on Vita, so anyway. Yeah, Unravel 2 looks kind of interesting. I'm not super into the side-scrolly atmospheric platformers.
Like Trine, though. Like,
I almost think it looks more like Ori or... Well, Trine almost has a more... I feel like Trine has more going on. I think it looks more like something like Ori or Inside or...
don't know why you keep saying Ori. Ori is like an extremely fast-paced, like, action platformer.
Well,
like, it's got atmospheric art, but...
I would say more like
the reason I'm comparing it to Trine is because it looked like you go through screens and solve puzzles using 2 people, and then you're on the next screen and you solve another puzzle using 2 people.
I don't know. I still feel like Trine has way more going on because I don't know. It doesn't matter.
And Ori's like a Metroidvania. This looks like just a regular side scroll.
Well, sure. I guess Limbo or Inside I guess is more close. But I just meant more atmospheric because I don't think that I think that is sort of the draw of the game is that it's kind of artsy more so than it is like I don't know, gameplay wise it's just whatever. It's just kind of side scrolling platforming, so but Sea of Solitude was that post-apocalyptic water game.
That's the one that's what I got out of this.
Really good.
I feel like that game is the one I'm actually probably most interested in playing.
Yeah, definitely.
And it's not like another side-scrolly atmospheric thing. It's kind of a 3D atmospheric thing, so that might be more interesting to me. I don't think that there's been a lot of like AAA or even like I guess this would probably be more like AA games like this in a while. So I'm interested in that. Unfortunately, we didn't really see a ton of gameplay. There was like a quick trailer. But
it looked like a lot of walking around, but like there might be like puzzle solving and stuff. We didn't see any puzzle solving in the trailer for sure, but
do we have let's see if we have a release date on that.
Yeah, this is the big this is apparently like the biggest E3 ever. Everyone's going crazy because everyone's going to be releasing cool shit. EA's conference overall was like, oh, they had some cool indie games. Those look like I have fun playing them. I want to play them. That looks like it might be fun.
Yeah, I'm not seeing a release date for it yet, so. But okay, it's slated for early 2019, so probably like Q1 or Q2.
Yeah.
So.
Okay.
I feel like EA was trying to fly under the radar this year. They didn't want to do anything too crazy.
Well,
they just wanted to
I don't know.
be forgotten.
I feel like this E3 might be kind of a low-key one in general this time anyway. Because I don't think Sony's gonna do anything big. I think maybe Bethesda might do something large, but
yeah,
every single year they say this is gonna be the biggest E3 ever, and you know,
fair enough, yeah.
You can kind of tell, like, the biggest E3s tend to be around console launches, and I don't think that. I think that it's not this year that Sony's probably gonna do something for that. It's probably next year.
Yeah, maybe.
So this one's probably just gonna be games for Sony, I assume. Unless they suddenly announce the next PlayStation. Although they said that they weren't planning on talking about hardware this time, so I think it's just going to be games again.
Yeah.
Which is fine, but
yeah,
it's not super exciting.
Yeah.
And then Microsoft, who even knows? They're
gonna show off some shit. Oh, one thing that Sony's probably going to show off is a new Death Stranding trailer. Which
that's always exciting, but like that's another trailer.
Or a Death Stranding release date.
I doubt it. Maybe. I doubt it. I think that game's another 2 years out.
Yeah.
I
am excited though.
Yeah, it looks interesting. I'm more excited around seeing what it is almost more than I am about playing it. Maybe I'll be more interested in playing it when there's like stuff to see about how to play it. But right now I'm just kind of like I'm really excited for that movie, that short film that Kojima's coming out with.
Yeah.
Oh, that long film.
And so the capstone of the conference was the Anthem.
Yeah.
I came out of being a little bit more positive than I was going in, maybe. I'm kind of excited, but I'm almost more excited about, you know, what this means for BioWare almost more than I am for the game. But seeing some of the gameplay, I was really let down by Destiny, I feel like. So if this does
a better Destiny, that'd be kind of cool.
I think Anthem has a lot of cool concepts in it for like gameplay wise. Even if it is just like Guild Wars style, like changing stories where there's an event chain that follows and like locks off places sometimes and stuff like that, and then they just repeat. Like that's still pretty cool.
I don't know if they're doing like I don't know if they're doing it that way. It sounds more like there's missions. I assumed that there was missions, not like an open world.
Well, one of the things that they said was when you're out there in the world, then events like a warp storm can open up and destroy everything, and they said which will permanently change the world forever, like for everyone.
Yeah, but that's why I'm thinking that sounds more like a story thing, like a mission thing. But I don't know. I guess we'll find out.
But if it were a mission-based thing, how would it change the world for everyone? Maybe like when somebody does a mission, it changes the mission, like the architecture within the mission sometimes, or something. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe it has something to do with It could also be something like kind of emergent sort of weather systems layered on top of things. I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know how that'll work. I guess in a way we talked over a lot of it, but a lot of it was just kind of buzzwords anyway. So who knows?
Yeah. So
a lot of it they were just saying, yeah, we have a video game, we made a new IP.
Yeah. But what we got out of that was a release date, which is February 22nd, 2019.
Yeah.
That's kind of cool. I don't know, like, because this is going to be a pretty packed year towards the end because there's that Rockstar game coming out, Red Dead Redemption.
Oh yeah.
Red Dead.
I think there's other big stuff, but I don't know. I think Battlefield is doing World War II this time. Battlefield 5, but I don't really care about Battlefield.
Yeah, me neither.
I liked that we did get more out of Anthem, though. There's a little bit more stuff that we got to see.
I mean, they had to end it on something. That's like that. Not only is that BioWare's like saving grace, that's EA's hopeful child.
Yeah.
Like, please, listen.
And like probably because they heard, especially concerning Andromeda, that people were like very interested in the story, so they seemed to like focus on that a little bit more. We did get a ton more, and generally I don't like the setting as much as Mass Effect either.
Yeah.
But
which is weird because Mass Effect is basically just like Mass Effect is just like a sci-fi world with aliens, but it was really, really great sci-fi world with aliens.
Well, I think the difference is it was like high sci-fi, where this is kind of like grungy low sci-fi.
It's like sci-fi fantasy. It's like that merging between
No, I don't even think it's, well, I mean it is sci-fi fantasy, but I don't even think it's that. I think it's more that it's like it's sort of like post-apocalyptic sci-fi fantasy.
Yeah.
Where
It's a
rather than
slight
being
bit-
like, you know,
Yeah.
the Citadel where everything's like bright and colorful and I don't know.
Yeah.
It's more Star
Yeah.
Trek than Star Wars maybe.
Yeah.
Even then though, like I don't know if it's as intelligent as that yet. I guess we'll
Yeah.
see.
Right.
Is there anything else you want to say about EA before we head out?
Yeah, I don't really have much to
Yeah,
add.
they can
That
go
was
fuck
kind of a
themselves.
lousy conference.
I don't know if it was lousy, but it was EA.
It was what you would expect from the EA conference.
Yeah.
It wasn't horribly embarrassing as much as I'd expect. The esports thing was kind of bad.
It
Like,
was
a
better than
brutal
last year. I
esports.
remember last year with the some of the stuff they did, especially around Battlefront last year. I thought it was kind of rough.
Yeah.
The way I want to say the way they led into that Command and Conquer mobile game was like
Oh yeah,
awful.
that was like a big negative.
It was like a horrible lead-in, like not even talking about the game itself. It like they were like football, and now we have 2 pro esports players to face off.
I wonder if
and
they
like,
said Command and Conquer before we got the
They-
tagline. and we
they
just didn't hear
did.
it.
They did
I
not.
swear they just
like
yeah.
instantly went from the football trailer
Yeah.
to gameplay.
Because we were
and
talking over a lot of it, so I think we could have missed it.
Right,
but
but
I
I
don't
missed
know.
it, but
I swear, like they went instantly.
Okay.
And
It
like
was
when they were
weird.
showing the game, it was funny because like I thought it was like a football RTS, and I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah,
the
same.
models in
Kind
the
of
game
looks like football man
like
a little
football
bit.
players. Yeah.
So, do you? So I'll give EA a C plus.
I'm gonna give EA
It
like
passed.
a D minus.
I say it passed.
I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna say it
D
didn't
minus.
exactly
I feel
make
like
the
that's
fucking
kind of
grade.
low, but that's okay. What do you give it, Dawson?
I'll give it like a middle of the line. Yeah, I'll give it like a middle of the line C. Like they put just enough into it to
Be there.
pass. Yeah.
Well,
they
here's
came,
the
they
thing.
showed up.
To me, this felt like a group project, right? Like a group project that there was one guy was doing all the fucking work, and you could tell that because this guy was going to do a lot of work on his part of the project, but he was like, all right, you guys do these parts, and everyone else just fucked off.
Well, if you can kind of think of EA as 3 pillars, it's like, you know, their indie stuff,
yeah,
the sports stuff, and then BioWare, essentially, right?
Yeah.
BioWare was
And even,
okay, and then the
even,
indie stuff was
compared to
good.
Yeah, even compared to like the sports stuff from last year, they like showed off all of the new campaigns for the new games. They just showed off like some cinematic trailers of football men fighting. So it
Yeah,
feels
I feel like the
sports
sports was kind of
worse,
bad,
actually.
but you know, I feel
And
like
I
the
gotta-
indie stuff, and I feel like BioWare kind of raised their level a little bit, but that's just
I
where
would
I'm
say
at.
the indie stuff did, but I didn't feel BioWare very much. I wasn't feeling it.
I mean, all I'm saying is D minus is like a step away from F, but that's fine.
Yeah. Maybe I'll raise them up to a D, just a regular.
Okay, D. We'll say D.
Like a high D maybe.
I don't know
Yeah,
how to turn a minus
there
into
were
a D,
two
so I'll just
games
scribble
that
it.
looked like I might want to play them.
All right. So that is EA. The next conference is
Tomorrow it's gonna be Microsoft.
Yeah, what do we got? What time is it?
It's at 1 p.m. I know this because that's the one I might not be able to show up for. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see.
All right. If you can't make it, we can't make it. So we will see you tomorrow at 1 then, for anyone who wants to check us out. And we will see you guys next time. And remember, as always,
stay beautiful.